The Table is Yours podcast contains content that may not be suitable for some audiences, such as themes of violence, swearing, sexual language, alcohol, and death. We advise you to check the episode description for any other specific content warnings. Please, if any sequences or episodes are ever triggering or uncomfortable in any way, we ask you to take a pause from the episode or skip it entirely. It is important that our table is a safe space for everyone, including you. As a general note, this side quest is supposed to invoke the tropes of 80s slasher movies. All tropes invoked are all in the name of camp. We are a queer and ally-run podcast, but wanted to give warning that some 80s ideologies of tropes in movies may be touched upon in this side quest today. Thank you so much for listening and enjoy the show.
The Table is Yours podcast is a role-playing adventure show where a bunch of friends around a table and through video call play tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons. Together, we hope to bring the joy and fun of our game to you, wherever you are, as if you're part of our table. For when you're sitting, creating, and playing with us, the table is yours. Hello, and welcome to The Table is Yours, a role-playing adventure show where a bunch of friends sit around a table and through video call to play not D&D this time, but another TTRPG. We're going to play a Kids on Bikes reflavor that we're calling Counselors at Camp. My name is Jake White, the art director for The Table is Yours, and your GM today. My pronouns are he, him. Our fun fact for today is, who is your favorite slasher icon? For me specifically, you gotta give credit where credit's due. It's gonna be Deadites. And with that, let's go around the campfire and meet our favorite campers, starting with Con Riley.
Hi, I'm your favorite camper's favorite camper, Con Riley. My pronouns are they, them. You can follow me anywhere at Karl's. I'm not your GM, your DM best friend today. I'm playing today Calvin Cooper, by the way. And my favorite slasher horror icon is Ghostface. I love the Scream franchise, but gotta love Ghostface. There's a lot to choose from, especially if you're following what I'm doing for my Halloween movie, watching my personal channels. But yeah, Ghostface, Ghostface, Ghostface.
Hey everybody, another favorite camper right here. My pronouns are they, them. My name is Heather. I am playing Mike Farrow today. They're awesome. You can find me on Instagram at Land of Lore. And my favorite slasher is also Ghostface, but since I was taken, I'm gonna say Pinhead.
Ooh.
I love, yeah, that like eerie, just like, Pinhead.
Hi, I'm Sean, he, him. I'm playing today Bridget Forrester at the camp location that we're going to be playing. My favorite horror movie slasher is going to be maybe a cheat because there's more than one of them, but it's the Killbots from Chopping Mall. They shoot you with lasers and they say, thank you, have a nice day.
Amazing, yes.
How could you steal mine?
Did I steal? I could say something else. Do you want to say that one next?
That's fine. No, I'm just going to go with Leatherface. That was what I was thinking of anyway, but the Chopping Mall bots are phenomenal. I love them.
Oh, welcome back, Max, first of all.
Welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back. But yeah, I am Max, and I am playing Dexter Baxter today. As I said, favorite slasher icon, Leatherface. You should watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the new generation, starring Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, God.
I'll put it on my list.
And as always, you can follow us everywhere at TTIYDND. That's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. You can join our Discord. It's free. And for all of you on Patreon here, thank you so much for supporting us. We are self-funded, so we really appreciate it. And for anybody who's getting this not early access, if you follow us on Patreon, you can get things like this, early access. And it supports the show and us. And if you don't, Vic is the killer. They're right behind you.
Yeah, always.
And with that, if there are no other questions, comments, campfire stories, let us get into this edition of Counselors at Camp, for The Table is Yours. Just to preface some things, we are using the Kids on Bike systems for this one-shot, but there are no bikes, there are no kids, and for flavor's sake, some of these skills will be name-swapped, namely being Brains is now Smarts, Brawn is now Sports, Grit is Sanity, and Charm is Peer Pressure. And while this is a thriller, I invite all of you to put the camp in Camp Counselor and in Campground Slasher. There are only 3 ways for this story to end. That is survival, defeat, or victory. Escape means survival, defeat means death, and victory means killing. Unfortunately for you guys, the story can only end when there are 3 or fewer survivors, because this killer is good at what they do, and none of you know that they're there until it's too late. Once there are 3 survivors left, you will all be given the final girl aspect. That includes the ability to fight back against the killer, do physical harm to the killer, survive multiple hits in a row, and use any of your strengths and abilities with no cost. Because who has more plot points than a final girl? And then I will do a little roll to see who is going to be picked for the cold open. 3, it's Sean. So, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, you are fleeing through the woods, covered in blood, panic dripping off of your very being as you're constantly looking over your shoulder. And I would like you to do a sanity roll for me, not with your character stats.
Okay.
Just do a D10.
A D10? I got a 6 with that.
Okay.
6.
Every branch you step on, did they? Where are they? Are they behind me? Are they in front of me? You can't tell where you're running anymore. You've been running for so long. All of your friends are dead. As you make it to a clearing in the road, and you just keep running. The forest surrounding this road is almost alive as when the wind blows, the branches reach for you as you panic and scream and you stumble and trip on the slippery road. As a car starts to drive past you, what are you doing?
I wave him down. You gotta wave him down.
As you're waving frantically for this car to stop, the car starts to speed up as they honk frantically behind you. And as you follow the car in your line of sight, you turn. There's the killer. Swipe. You're dead. Blood trickles down the screen as you're all gathered around a flickering TV in a cabin in the rain as your favorite new slasher has just ended with the killer's victory. Let's go around the TV and introduce these characters that you'll all be playing. Starting with a group sanity roll.
Because I had to roll, I just make a 10 because grit is my skilled at. So that I get a +1 for being an adult and a 3. So I got a 6, so that's a 10.
I got a 19 plus 1, so modify 20.
4.
I got a 9.
A 9? Okay.
But hey, failing a check now, you get some adversity tokens. And nothing crazy has happened yet.
Yeah.
For these successes, despite the gruesome scenes before you, you feel unfazed, even lighter than you did before you started the movie. Some kind of enjoyment that you get from watching the misfortune of others, maybe. For the losses, that thrilling ending has you looking over your shoulder at every sound, but you get to take a plot point for that to use later.
I don't want to be the one, but I kind of saw that coming. I'm not really that impressed.
I really don't think I should have been watching that. It was too nasty.
Yeah, not religious enough.
Oh, it was just gross.
Did you not like the part where they got stabbed with the crucifix, or was like that not?
That was sacrilege. You can't be doing that.
So, starting off with the first person who spoke up after the movie, let's go with Connor, your character.
I'm playing Calvin Cooper. He is a 21-year-old who goes to Paisley University, which is not too far from here. He has kind of like reddish hair, wears tight shirts and always high-waisted jeans, and he always has one right glove on that's like fingerless, that's like a red leather glove. Sometimes he wears bandanas, kind of like how I am, like Karate Kid. Everyone probably thinks he's closeted, but he definitely has a girlfriend named Petra. You've just not met her. She goes to Paisley too, but nobody else has met her. It's fine. For the entire summer, he has been the kind of counselor in charge of activities like archery and practice hunting, which everyone would be very surprised because he doesn't seem the type. I know he seems like super like into like literature and like art or whatever, but it's his dad's like a hunter, so like he kind of picked it up pretty quickly. But he taught kids how to like do camouflage when hunting, use their bow and arrow, what berries to pick. Moss always points north because at the times in the 80s they haven't learned that that's not true yet. But he's the counselor of anything campy, naturey, foresty. That's kind of his vibe. But he also helps whichever. Do we know who's the theater counselor?
I was going to do it because I'm a fine arts major.
Oh, okay. Well, I made an assumption, and so that's okay. I know that Mike is the theater counselor, but Mike's terrible at makeup, so I helped.
Yes.
Probably because his hands are always shaking because of the drugs, but that's fine. Yeah, what you would know about him is he also like knows some Wiccan stuff, and he's been really finding himself since college. Very gay-coded, pretty chill. Definitely speaks his mind and is rude, but in a slay way. But he doesn't think he's rude.
In a slunty little, like, phlegm way.
Yeah, he's very like, yeah, what's up? I can help you. And if someone goes, are you sure you're not? And he's like, no, I have a girlfriend.
I swear.
Anyway.
She's super hot.
Yeah. Her name is Petra. Petra Manager.
Petra Manager.
And it's definitely not based off the Pret-a-Manger that's in town.
Bouncing off is going to be the next success. Bridget.
Bridget is a short 18-year-old 5'2" ginger messy ponytailed girl. She's wearing a tie-dye sleeveless tee. She's got a crucifix on. She's got jorts on, and obviously with a carabiner full of keys because she works part-time at the nurse's office. And she has a fanny pack with various minor medical supplies and a pocket Bible in there. She's wearing brown hiking boots, knee-high tube socks, and she has various hair ties on her wrist just in case the one she's using snaps. And she's the sole child of a Baptist preacher and a nurse, and every summer she loves coming to the camp and has loved becoming a counselor. She, like I said, assists the camp nurse, and she runs Bible study for the younger campers and is heavily involved in the arts and crafts events run around the camp. And that's Bridget.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. And then we'll go over to the first person who is, unfortunately, despite being thrown off by the movie, is more sitting there thinking about how realistic any of those kills actually were and the fear surrounding film inaccuracy. Let us go over to Mike.
Mike's just sitting there, just staring, processing through everything. They have teal hair, short and shaggy, wearing a very, very nice windbreaker. It's purples, pinks, yellows. They're constantly in like brighter colors. They love having like bright colored like fingerless gloves on as well. Deep kind of olive skin with a little beauty mark right under their left eye. Various earrings all the way up both ears, more on the left side. They're just staring. So did everyone see how much blood came out of that elevator at one point? Do you think they might have used more than The Shining did? Now here's a couple details about The Shining, and they're just gonna kind
My
of.
parents wouldn't let me watch The Shining.
Oh, you have to watch The Shining.
Nah.
It's okay. Let's deep dive into the analogies of everything. The psychoses. First of all, time travel.
As they start to kind of divulge into this rambling of different tropes and topics pulled from different movies, we're going to shift over to Dexter, who I don't think enjoyed the movie not being about supernatural things like vampires or witches or zombies.
Why would anyone watch that? That could just happen.
I agree with you, Dexter.
Dexter is tall. He is thin. He has freckles. He's wearing glasses. He has a bow tie. Is also wearing suspenders and a button-up shirt for this camp counselor. Yeah, they're in charge of the games and stuff. They love board games and games about smarts and things like that. So they're big on chess and checkers.
I just want to say, Dexter, I get that you want it to be vampires or whatever, but when we were literally doing practice hunting with the plastic deer 2 weeks ago, one of the kids you were in charge of during vampire roleplay almost got shot. So maybe let's cool it on the vampire thing. I know the kids are gone, but still.
I actually would have preferred a vampire movie because you can defeat them with the power of a cross.
Oh my god.
That's a great lesson for kids.
Okay, see, no, actually, that's just theoretical and only part of one mythos. I'm not really...
As Mike begins to prattle off, let's go around to the rest of the room to meet the other 4 counselors who will be with you during Clean Week. Christina. They go by Chris. Their last name is Muniz. Christina, she kind of is like a hands in all pots kind of thing, but her primary focus as a counselor, the festivals, organizing the opening and closing festivals for the camp, kind of like a type A person. Tucker he primarily does athletics, the sporting events, things like that. Deborah Larson, or Debbie or Bruh. Deborah she's the primary arts counselor. And then Peter Larson is just straight up staff. He's not a counselor or anything specific. He's just if one of you gets into an accident or breaks something, he's kind of I'm kind of the fill-in. But he's the shadow of the coordinator for the camp. That is Deborah and Peter Larson, siblings with a 5-year age gap. Do you think it's really possible to punch the human skeleton right out of someone's body just with brute force? As Peter Larson just leans up from his kind of dazed, almost comatose from getting a little bit too high, just kind of grabs onto Mike's shoulders. Do you think if I fell out of bed too hard, my skeleton would just shoot to the ceiling? I really can't handle that right now, man. A shriller voice kind of clears through. God, shut up about the skeleton part. That was the first part of the movie, and it was all just a dream sequence. You guys are so fucking stupid. As Deborah Larson gets up and goes towards the kitchen. I can't handle you guys. You're too high. But Deborah goes off to the kitchen alone as Christina Chris Munez is kind of like, I mean, they're getting kind of into it, Debbie, but you gotta give them a break, as she like follows behind her. And Tucker jumps from behind the couch and just goes, "Killer bomb!" and tries to jump onto Cooper with an elbow.
I'm going to... Do I have to roll something? Or can I just say what I want to do? Sorry.
You can just say what you want to do.
I'm going to try to, like, quick dodge out of the way and, like, just put a hand on his back as I push him down.
Okay. That's not going to be a hard task whatsoever. D8.
7.
Okay. So you attempt to duck out of the way as there's a blanket over you that got tucked into the couch. So when you go to like tuck away, the blanket catches you as you just kind of like fold, and then he falls onto you.
Get off of me. God. Like, you think like you're gay or something. Get away from me.
I could beat you up for that.
There's nothing wrong with being gay, Tucker. I'm just not gay.
Right, I'm gonna do gay stuff with you. Right. Chris, they're being gay again, as he's gonna like run out.
Like Chris would care. Look at her. She's like a waiting to happen. He's rude. He's nosy and rude. That's like Calvin is nosy and rude, and look at her.
God, you get an unfortunate haircut once.
I don't think it was a bad thing. I mean, Mike, I think she looks good. Like, work, girl.
I think she looks great.
It's just not my lifestyle.
As this is kind of happening, you hear the campfire bell kind of ring in the distance, which all of you, from your time being at this camp, knows that you're all being called to the summertime storytime gathering circle.
Oh.
And all of you, regardless of your current state of affairs, current mindset, what have you, you all know, like, you get up and you go to it because you don't want to hear the bell ding a second time. As you all step out of the cabin, you are greeted with the kind of stormy, it's a little bit later in the day, the sun's not fully down yet, but the scene is your favorite summer camp, Camp Waganaskotai, in the middle of wherever you can imagine, which is, you guessed it, in the state that you're thinking of in the USA. The time is some 80s year that you can totally reference, and you are all camp counselors, as unlikely as that might seem for some of you here. You are all avid participants in this camp. You love being here, and some of you are even on your 4th, 5th year in attendance, and that's as staff. Some of you have been here as counselors less time. Some of you have been here since you were children. But as you all move towards this campfire, as you come upon Brick Buster, the camp coordinator and legacy camper, sitting already ready with the story stick. As you get there, he's holding the story stick and he's kind of like cloaked up. You can't really see him very well. And he goes, "Welcome, counselors. Or should I say, welcome soon-to-be cleaners, to the final ghost story of Camp Waganaskotai's Summertime Camp. This is a special story that I've been saving for a night just like tonight. So gather round and put your listening ears on."
God, you get more dramatic every time, and I love it.
It's like you guys don't remember when we did this when we were, campers.
No, I remember.
I'm putting my listening ears on.
Put your listening ears on. And also, I would kind of appreciate it if you guys started to sit down in an orderly fashion.
Okay. If I do this, I can't hear, like, what if there's, like, a deer behind me? Like, this isn't really, I never do that with the kids because the whole thing about ears is so you can hear all around. If you do this,
there are no deer.
Can you hear deer? They're so quiet. I don't know.
There are no deers around you.
That's not necessarily true, Brick, but
you are sitting down.
I'm going to sit to, like, the right-hand side of Brick.
I'm sitting in the front. Like right in the front.
I'll sit between Mike and Tucker.
I'm sitting next to Chris.
Feast your ears on a story 20 years in the making. This man, you can tell that this man he's a nerd, but he loves the job that he does. This is a scary story based on true events that will chill you all to your bones. Right before he starts to tell this story, it will start to trickle with rain, but luckily you're all under a canopy. On a night like this, but stormier, 20 years ago, almost to the day, these trees witnessed something truly chilling. 3 campers convinced Buddy Teen Guy Boy to skinny dip on the night of the We See You Summertime Festival. Though they had promised to go together, when Buddy went in, they all got dressed. And when he came out of the water, they jumped him,
hogtied him, and paraded him around the festival for everyone to point and laugh at. Probably because he was quiet and sensitive and potentially a little gay if it makes it seem less like bullying.
Oh, like Tucker?
I'm gonna fucking wallop you, dude.
Fine, sorry, like Chris?
We're not fighting at the camp while I tell the story time.
It's a fucked up story.
But the experience for him was humiliating and would definitely scar him for life. But camp continued almost like normal, almost as if he was no longer there. That is, until the See You Next Summertime Festival had ended, and the parents came, and all the campers were gone, and it was just the counselors left, and the clean week had ended, and the bus had come to collect the counselors, that the horrors were discovered. Every camp counselor was found brutally murdered and left to some sick display. Every counselor except for 2 who were found alive, but no one ever found out who they were, just like the killer, who was also never found, even to this very day. Some say that it was Buddy seeking revenge for his humiliation. Others, a deranged killer escaping asylum. Some even say this camp was built on an ancient Indian burial ground, and that vengeful spirits come out at night on a night like tonight.
It'd be Native American, by the way.
Maybe it was vampires. You know, it could have been vampires.
Maybe the killer is still here, stalking these very woods, waiting to kill again. No one can know for sure. But one thing is for certain. When it rains, and the earth reeks of iron, it almost feels like the Lakewood River Forest Killer is right
Behind you! I shriek. Bridget shrieks.
Tucker Griswold will then jump onto Bridget as she shrieks and shake her around. And Bridget, I want you to make another sanity roll.
Okay. This is my skilled at?
This is a DC 20.
A DC 20, oh my goodness. Yeah, there's no way, not even with AT. I total got an 8.
Okay. So he jumps on you. The movie, the story, the sudden jump of the behind you, and then Tucker jumping onto your back and shaking you around. You scream and you feel immediately compelled to get up and shake it off and like run.
Okay.
What do you do with that?
I'm screaming and running, and maybe the safest place nearby is the nurse's hut.
Okay. You will run off to the nurse's hut as Brick will go, "Come on, guys. I know camp is done and we had our fun. You interrupted the story. You scared each other half to death. And Tucker, you scared poor Bridget halfway to the Lord."
Wait, was this not audience participation?
It goes without saying that the person holding the story time stick tells the story and everyone else listens. We did not keep our active listening ears on, and I don't like to talk to you like normal campers. Okay?
I think he did a good job, though.
Dexter's in the back just sharpening a stick.
Dexter's a school shooter.
Now, I need all of you, Tucker, you included, to go find Bridget and apologize to her. And then I want you to all come back and apologize to me. And I'm not going to have my active listening ears on while you do it. I'm going to be in my cabin. As he just turns, and as he gets away from you, he puts his ears to block your sound as he walks away, going, "I can't hear you if you're apologizing. I can't hear you if you're saying nice things about my story. I can't hear you."
Okay.
All right. Yeah,
Well,
let's
go to the... She went to the nurse's hut. She always goes there.
Oh, great. They have some good shit in there.
Some Jesus freak. While you guys are going that direction, I will cut over to Bridget, who is in the nurse's station. As you go in there and you kind of tuck yourself away and you're praying, you're like
hyperventilating and praying.
Yeah, you're hyperventilating, you're praying. None of that was real. It was just a story like the Bible, but evil and wrong. And for some of you, you've lived here your entire life. And for a story that takes place 20 years ago, none of you have ever heard this story or anything like this story ever. As lightning will flash outside the window that is right next to you. And as you, because I'm assuming, are you doing that, that bedside, pray and look up?
I honestly think maybe she found, a cabinet to hide in and start praying.
Okay. Lightning will flash, but you won't see it. You'll hear the thunder. But inside the thunder, you hear what sounds like the door open. But not the door you came through. the door to the nurse's office, but you know that she's gone because you're the only staff left with the coordinator. I want you to make a peer pressure roll.
Okay.
It's a DC 10.
Okay. Oof. I am spending 2 of my 3 plot points to make it a 10. I had an 8.
Okay. You are going to hold the door, the cabinet closed tighter.
Mhm.
You're resisting the urge to investigate
Mm-hmm.
because this is a space that you're very protective of,
Mm-hmm.
but you're ignoring that urge and you're resisting it and holding the door closed. As you hear the sound of heavy, wet boots thumping through the building as they stop in front of the cabinet that you're in.
I'm going to be as quiet as possible, as quiet as humanly possible.
That deafening silence lingers for a moment as the rest of you get to the nurse's station. Well, I just don't get why we have to go in there and apologize because she's a Jesus freak and gets too scared about simple things like pranks. Like, I
Tucker,
don't get
shut up. Oh my
It
god.
really wasn't that funny either, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna do a prank, think it through. Like, just kind of jump scaring somebody is so overdone.
If it wasn't funny, why was I laughing? You're all just little prudes.
Bridget! Bridget!
As soon as you hear your name called, you hear the boots start to move away from the cabinet that you're in. And then they're gone. But all of you outside also hear the sound of the boots.
Tucker, go follow the
That
boots.
doesn't sound like what is that? It's not funny anymore, Tucker. Like, it's over.
Yeah.
What
I don't know what you go.
Who did you
I'm
even
not-
get to recruit for this? What, like, who else is here?
No, I don't know what you guys are talking about. That obviously isn't. I'm right here, and I don't like. No, that's not that. And he's scared.
Tucker,
Listen, it's
Well,
not
I mean,
me.
at
It's
least
not
he's
me.
committing to it, though. Like,
I don't know what you guys.
I'm gonna
Fine.
go in and I'm gonna get
All right,
Bridget.
guys, my stick is done. It's supposed to be for a vampire, but like if anybody else shows up, it'll probably help. Whatever.
All right,
I got
I'm
a
gonna
sharp
go help
stick
Bridget.
now.
yeah, good planning.
All right, I want you,
Bridget.
when you get up to the door, I want you to roll do me a smarts check. DC 10.
Do I have to roll it? Is it
No,
that
you don't.
difficult? Then I don't need
Nope.
to. I'm not.
When you get up to the door, you will notice as you reach for the handle that there's mud on the handle.
Guys.
Yeah, what's up?
What? It's a doorknob. You turn it.
Okay,
Ew,
well,
what
yeah,
is
obviously sportsman, but
Sportsman John.
yeah, sportsman John. But either Bridget fell in the mud, but also if she would have fallen in the mud, she would have started screaming again.
Yeah, we would have.
We would have heard her immediately. So, Tucker, you first. Then I'm gonna push Tucker first.
Yes.
He's like reaching for it. He's like,
Come on, it's just a doorknob.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, Tucker. I got my stick.
Look, the faster we
Thank
get
you,
this
Dexter.
done, the faster we'll get to go back to our cabins. Can we just do this? I'm getting hungry.
and he grips the doorknob. Summer bomb! As he throws the door open and jumps in with an elbow, as there's nobody there.
He just lands on the floor.
He lands in the floor and
Oh.
slides through the muddy footprints. Oh, what is this? Bridget, where are you?
Bridget, we came to help. Sorry
Bridget.
that Tucker's a loser.
Yeah. that was
Listen, I'm
super
sorry you
dumb.
can't handle a joke and that God isn't strong enough to save you from the comedy that is me.
Oh my god. Bridget.
Why is everything covered in mud? Are you okay?
Can I look around outside? Can I go around? I'm gonna back up if I'm allowed to. I'm gonna back
Yeah.
up and hey Dex, you wanna come with me just in case?
Sure.
And I'm gonna go to the left side, like wherever a window. I know a window leads out, or maybe if there's another door.
Yeah. If you want to, you'll go around and you will go to the side entrance because this is where if you get injured or sick, this is where you'll be basically like the infirmary type room. And then there's a door on the inside and a door on the outside that goes to the nurse's office.
Yeah, I'd like to go wherever I think those footsteps could have led to for whoever the muddy monster is. And I'd like to spend a plot point for Treasure Hunter to find a useful item in my surroundings.
Okay. So you go around because the nurse's hut is surrounded on 3 sides by the woods. And when you get around to the other side, where the nurse's office is, you will notice that there are deep, muddy footprints leading from behind the nurse's hut from the direction of the cabin that you all stay in, the counselor's cabin. And in one of these deep set footprints is a key.
Like, I reach down and pick it up. Dex, there's a key here.
What? Why is there a key? What?
I don't know.
And why do those footprints lead to where we sleep? We all went to... What's going on? You know, I'm gonna, like, examine the footprints to determine, like, if it's, like, a shuffling... Like, well, I want to try and determine the gate based off of the footprints.
Yeah, okay. If you want to give me... Actually, what's your smarts?
A D20.
And skill that.
Okay, and your skill that. As you look down at these footprints, you can tell that one footprint is very heavy and the gate is very long. The other one seems like it's very heavy and very briefly leaves the ground, if ever. Because there's a footprint on one and then just a trudge. Like it's like a stump is being dragged through on the other side.
What the hell?
I think, you know,
okay,
if it's going to be a monster, it's probably a zombie.
Or some freak trying to mess with us. Can we just grab Bridget and go back and... Where?
Yeah, we should do that.
Unless, do you want to come with me? And I can, just in case, I know it's stupid, but listen, I'm not... People try to fuck around in the woods. I'm not going to fuck around with the woods with anybody. I can grab, like, my bow or my hunting knife.
Probably a good idea, you know? I mean, all I have is a stick, so...
We don't need to worry everybody. I think everyone will just panic and freak out for no reason, especially if it's nothing. So let's not tell anyone. Like, that's like funny. This is the stupid. I'm going to make the stupid decision because I think it's, like, funny.
Yeah.
To be campy. So I'll walk back to the activities cabin if you want to come with me, Dex, or I can ask...
Well, hold on, because none of them have anything. I've got the stick, so...
Okay, then
I'll stay with them, and, you know, if anybody comes, I've got the stick, and then you go get the bow by yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
because it's a horror movie.
No way to protect yourself, you know.
Yeah, I'll go by myself. It's fine.
Yeah.
I can take care of myself.
Yeah.
I have the key, though, just so you know.
Yeah, switching the perspective briefly while you guys are doing this, I'm going to go back to the others that are still inside the nurse's hut. Bridget, it's literally fine. Like, it was a bad joke, and I'm sure he's sorry that he scared you, but can you come out from wherever you're standing?
Tucker, come on. I'm, like, digging through all the nurse's supplies, too, just, like, pocketing anything that feels shiny and fun.
I'm hearing them, right?
Yes, you can hear them.
I want to make sure I'm not hearing any more of those footsteps, those specific ones.
The footsteps, you heard 4 footsteps go away from you, and then we're gone completely.
I'm going to open the cabinet to where I'm at, just slowly, to start peeking out to see, like, who's in the room with me or if anyone's nearby.
When you look at them, lightning will flash outside, as in the doorway will be the lit up silhouette of a very large person.
Turn around! Look!
When they turn, nothing is there.
I saw there was... she's gonna hold her crucifix.
Chris is gonna, like, kneel down. Hey, listen. It was a scary story.
If Chris kneels down to her, she's gonna hug right now.
Hey, it's fine. It was a scary story. It was a scary movie. It was a bad prank. And
by her footsteps and there was lightning, and I just saw a guy.
Hey, Tucker is a lead-foot dickwad who doesn't have anything except for 2 left feet and no brain.
Well, it sounded like wet footsteps before y'all came in.
It's raining out there. I'm sure that's what it was. I don't know what the boots are. Maybe no one's been in here in a second, and maybe you just didn't see them when you came in because you were so scared. But I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for all of this, and if you, like, let's just get out of here and let's calm down back at the cabin. We'll put on... I know that you brought those records of that lady that you like.
Loretta Lynn?
Yes. You brought some Loretta Lynn records. You can listen to some of those while we all just calm down. Too. Yeah. We'll listen to that. We'll calm down. We'll have a nice night.
She's shaking.
Hey, I get it. It's fine. It's scary out there. I get it. But as she turns around, Deborah, Peter, and Tucker are gone. So now the groups are the 3 of them, the 3 of you, and then until you guys split ways, Cooper and Dexter outside.
I love it. As soon as I hear Tucker and all them leave, I go in where Bridget is cowering and hugging Chris. I'm just like, do a quick rub on
just hard pats.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't know my own story, but it's like kind of like the Flop yours just like,
slap.
Yeah, it's fine. Hey. So you said Reba? Let's
go listen to some Reba. Let's go listen to some Loretta Lynn.
Let's get out of here.
Relaxing.
Calm down.
Mm-hmm. Let's
put a fire in the fireplace. It'll be great.
And no more scaring.
No more scaring.
No more scaring.
None of us are going to do any more scaring.
No.
And it's going to be fine.
All right, here, hold my hand. You'll be okay. We'll walk over there together.
She's going to hold your hand.
Let's all hold hands.
Yeah.
And then Chris is going to lead you out the front to take the paved path around the bend to the counselor's cabin.
Got it.
So I'm going completely away from everybody. Great.
You did choose to do this.
Calvin, you're going to the activity shed.
Yeah.
Dexter, where are you going?
I was going to meet up with everybody in the nurse's office.
Okay.
Yeah, because we said we should split up because I'll get a weapon and he has one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also said don't tell anybody because we don't need to freak everybody out.
So, Dexter, when you walk into the nurse's station again, everyone is gone.
Oh no.
Yeah, but wouldn't he see them?
Well, you guys were around the back.
We were going one way, he was going the other way, maybe?
Got it.
If you went around the right side, and then he went in through the right side, everyone left out the front and then went to the left. Back around.
Got it. Yeah.
So, I will come back to Dexter in the nurse's station.
Oh, no.
But I will follow Calvin to the activity shed.
God, I just don't understand who the hell... I'm sure it's just something fucking stupid that Brick's doing because he didn't get as scared as he wanted. Anyway, also Tucker's being a freak.
Behind you is a crunch.
Tucker? And I'm going to stop and turn around.
You turn around, there's nothing that you can see. Nothing discernible.
Tucker, I don't want to fucking do this right now.
Silence.
Or it's the freak. I'm going to the activity shed. I keep going.
Crunch. This, not directly behind you like it was before, but a little bit off. Like it's still behind you, but going a different direction.
But closer.
Closer.
I'm not stopping, but I think Calvin's quick enough to be like, it's not a killer, but like, it's like, Calvin, under his breath, he's just going to be like, okay, well, if someone's trying to fuck with me, then they're warned. They already know that I'm the survival person, so I'm not doing this. Is there anything nearby that I can pick up as just in case someone comes up, to just hit? Because if it's Tucker, he deserves the bruise.
Yeah, right now there is nothing around you.
I'm mad I did this. Don't kill me, I want to keep playing.
There's a broken paddle in the middle of the road.
Okay, then I'm just going to hurry my step, and I'm going to hurry my step towards the activity shed, and I'm keeping the key in my hand ready to go. Okay, like I'll stab someone with the key.
So you get up to the door.
It's Dexter.
And it is open. The normally locked activities cabin door. Or activity
is this the key to the activity shed?
No.
Okay.
It's wide open.
But do you have a key for it? You typically would have a key for it?
Probably, right?
Yeah, well, I think I have a key to the nurse's office.
The only person other than you that has a key to this is Brick.
Who?
Because Brick has a skeleton key that goes to every door in this camp.
Okay, so, I'm gonna go as quick as I can to whatever weapons I know. I want a bow, not even a bow. I want like knife and machete, and I'm going to burn a plot point and use my treasure hunter.
Okay, so you run immediately to the like section where you keep all of your like wood carving and whittling. So you go there. All of the knives are gone. But there is one of the, like, chisels, like the long, sharp, flat chisels that you can grab if you want to.
Okay, I'm going to grab that chisel.
Okay.
I'm assuming the way that when I walk in, there is, like, locker, like, whatever, closet lockers full of stuff. On one end, there is, like, tables on the left end, and at the very back is probably the locked, like...
The wall
metal. The metal ones that you have to, like, actually unlock and open and grab the shit.
The more dangerous stuff.
Right. I go to the chisel... what I'm going to do is I want to grab it on the table. Like if I have to grab it on the table, I want to turn to quick look at the door, look at that darker area. If there is something at the door, I am chisel first, going for the window to dive out. Okay. To break it and to dive out. If there is nothing at the door, I'm running out the door. And I'm shutting it behind me.
When you turn to look at the door, while you're turning, before you make it fully to the door, you will glimpse very quickly a figure in a window as you go, but when you look back, nothing is there.
So I'm going to break the window behind me and run out that way. And I go, Tucker, you're paying for this. Like, in my head, I'm like, Tucker's paying for this if it's him. Because I don't fuck around. I have a dad.
You
have a girlfriend.
And a girlfriend.
Can you make a flight roll with a DC of 12?
Ooh.
No,
You can't?
I can't. I can't make that at all.
Well, you can
Unless,
explode.
well, no,
You can
unless I explode. Unless I
Yeah,
explode,
you
that's
can
right.
explode.
That's a cock, which landed on a 9. That's a 0! That's a 0! 17.
17? Okay. You...
Fuck you!
You pass by, see the figure in the window, and say, fuck it. And you just jump straight out the window, clean through it.
Okay.
And then you land, and you don't land on any of the broken glass.
Awesome.
That's what the roll was for, to see if you landed on any glass.
Okay, then what I'm gonna do is I'm not even pretending like I know who it is. I'm not gonna go investigate who it is. If it's Tucker, he can pay for the window. I am running back to the counselor's cabin as fast as I can. And I will cut through the woods.
Okay, so you cut back through it. Give me a sanity roll with a DC 20.
DC 20?
DC 20. This is terrifying.
Hey, think about it. It's an opportunity to get more plot points.
Yeah, I failed. I got a 13.
Okay.
I could re-roll if I got lucky, but I already used 2 of my treasures, so I now have 2 again. But I had
You get a plot point. So, as you're running, every sound is terrifying. Every glimpse of something is freaking out and panicking. And by the time you get around to the nurse's station, you're going to get to that clearing and then trip.
I don't make
As
noise.
you look around you,
Like
everything's fine.
I think Calvin. I'm freaking out, but like
Yeah.
my dad's like, don't make a noise. Like I'm like thinking about like my dad's like, you're a hunter. You gotta point
Yeah.
the gun. Like you shoot. Don't scare off
Make a
the
noise, the
family.
deer's gonna go away. You don't want to make a noise.
Don't make it. And if it's a bear chasing you, like just act like you're big. But and I'm just like, yeah, okay,
If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lie down.
lie down. Yeah.
If it's a cocaine bear, just do so.
Just you're done.
Dexter, while Calvin was gone and everyone was out of the nurse's station, did you stay there? No? Okay.
No.
Then let's go to you, alone in the nurse's station.
I'm scared.
What are you thinking? Everyone is gone and you're in the nurse's station alone.
Oh,
You've only
everybody
seen-
must have gone to apologize to the coordinator.
Oh.
Okay.
I like that Max and I are making the best choices for the game, I think.
Yeah. So that's where I'm going, is to go apologize to the coordinator with everybody.
Wouldn't you
Okay.
run into Calvin?
No, because Calvin ran through the woods. You are walking just calmly thinking, oh, they went to apologize because that's what he asked. And first and foremost, we're good campers. Dexter, no! So you're walking past, and out of the corner of your eye when you're walking down the path, first you hear the sound of just frantic, like, bramble being, like, stepped through. And you see something very
probably
quickly
Tucker.
past your peripheral, but these are the woods. Could have been an animal. You're not too stressed about it. So you keep going to the director's cabin. And when you get to it, you walk around the front. You see the activity shed doors wide open, but the window facing you is busted. And you can ignore that. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm
You
going
look-
to. I'm
you
gonna
look-
just ignore that.
You look to the director's cabin. The doors on the porch clear off the hinges, but there's a gunshot through it that no one heard
The director's cabin?
of the director's cabin.
Damn.
And in the same gate of the mud that you saw before is just a dark liquid trail going in to the cabin. I would like you to make a peer pressure roll of 10.
Oh, shit.
You could explode. You could explode.
You could explode.
I got a 4.
No!
As much as your better judgment calls to you on this,
No.
You're gonna make me go in.
can't resist the urge to check.
Could be a vampire.
You have to.
Be a vampire.
Finally, you get to see one.
I just hold the stake closer to my chest as I walk
You
in.
want to make sure that the director is okay. As you walk in, everything around you is broken. As you creak in, step by step, you hear the creaking of the floorboard. There are gunshots in every wall, like shotgun shells in every wall, as this trail of dark liquid that you can investigate if you want to. But if you don't, you can assume from every movie that you've seen what this could be. And it leads you all the way into the director's room, where there's just, you see the bed, you see a giant pool of this dark liquid, and you see 2 feet on the ground. I want you to make a sanity 8.
I got a 2.
It's immediate that the panic and dread fill your entire body as you have the unavoidable urge, the irresistible, just guttural scream that you let out that is immediately heard by every camper. It's that loud.
It's like a Wile E. Coyote, like, yow! He has the goofy yell. Yeah.
It's a Wilhelm scream.
So everybody hears that from wherever you're at. You hear this scream come from the director's cabin. You scream, and then immediately you will run clear out of the cabin. Lightning will flash again. And moving away from you in the direction of the nurse's station, you will see a large figure.
Uh-oh.
Where am I?
You tripped at the nurse's station.
Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't I get up and keep right?
No, I think this happened in the time that you ran and fell.
Yeah, it's all meanwhile.
Where do you want to? You can stay here. You can run a different direction. You can try to not make noise. This is for Dexter.
Oh, I was like, I'll go to Gasman.
Yeah, I'll get back to the people who don't see this and have not seen a body yet. But
I'm just going to find the closest spot to hide.
Okay. The closest spot to hide could be the activity shed, but the door's wide open and the window's broken. So all of these thoughts are going through your mind of that's there. The forest is right by you. You could take a canoe and try to canoe to safety, but when you turn and look, every raft, canoe, kayak is capsized in the middle of the lake.
No! No! There's no leaving!
You turn to run a direction, and you run straight into Tucker, who is also hiding.
Bitch.
As you two run into each other, and he screams, and he covers his own mouth, and he grabs you, and he covers your mouth and covers his mouth, and he's like, you saw it. Dude, you fucking saw it. Didn't you?
Saw what?
Brick.
Oh, yeah. I did see Brick.
Have you seen Peter or Debbie?
No.
Okay. We came here because we said we were going to say sorry to him at least. I'm not apologizing to that Jesus freak bitch. I don't fucking care. Especially not right now. We came to apologize to him when we came in and he was just dead. And then when we turned, there was just this man in the door. And I admit I ran. I jumped through the window, but I don't know where they are.
Well...
You were just in there. Did you see them?
No, I didn't see them. But,
Okay.
So, Calvin was gonna go get weapons in the activity shed, but now there's
Yeah, and he went in the door and then saw me in the window and jumped out the other side. I was so confused, but I mean, whatever. I get it. I'm not his favorite person, but whatever. He grabbed a wood chisel and then jumped out the window.
It was fucking Tucker!
So if that guy's going that way, that's where everybody else is.
Oh, yeah. So let's just if we circle around the other way, we can make it to the entrance, right? We could just leave.
Oh no!
Yeah, we can leave, but the bus is still a week out, and the only place that we could go that has a car is that house that's up the way. That's an entire camp between us, though.
We could probably make it, right?
As he's saying these things, and he's panicking, and he looks away, and when he turns back, his eyes go wide as he looks up further than you are tall. Dude. And he's backing away from you.
I'm just gonna run towards and past Tucker.
I want you to make, I don't know if this happens in Kids on Bikes, I want you to make a flight roll versus his fight roll.
I got a 9.
Tucker exploded on a 20.
Oh my god.
Tucker's a piece of shit. Tucker's a piece of shit.
Wait, but if
Tucker,
he's fighting
Tucker
you?
rolled a 31. You go to run past Tucker as he's looking at this guy, and he just grabs you as you're running past and throws you at him.
Oh, what a little shit!
Tucker sucks.
I want you now to make another flight roll. This one is just a D10.
Oh, thank God I got an 11.
Okay. So you get thrown into this figure that you cannot see as his hand goes up, and he has a fireman axe. As he swipes it down, we're going to cut to Mike.
So we heard that blood-curdling scream go through the forest as we were, like, walking towards... Ow!
I want you, because of what you're currently doing, I want you, specifically Mike, to make a smarts DC check of 10.
Okay. Nice. That's 11.
All right. So, you're blasting Loretta Lynn very loud currently to keep...
You guys are pretty cool. It was nice for you to come find me and bring me back and start playing some Loretta Lynn. Really calm me down.
You're sitting there, and you're kind of sitting off away from the two of them as Bridget is bundled on the couch, and Chris is, like, sitting on the couch with Bridget with her head on Bridget's shoulder, just kind of, like, rubbing her back to make her feel better as they're listening to this song together. As you're sitting close by the window, only you hear the scream.
Oh.
I, like, glance back at Bridget and Chris, and I'm, like, considering saying something, but I'm just like, no, she's a little freaked out already. I'm not gonna say anything. So they're vibing to the music. I'm gonna, like, go look out towards the like window next to the door just to, like, see if I see anything out there, and, like, click the door locked if I can.
Yeah,
just quietly.
As you're doing that, I'll say that the way that everything's positioned is the things that you're doing are out of sight from them. But you will feel like something like soft thwack you on the back, and then you'll feel it again. And then you'll feel it again.
What is happening? What is happening?
If you turn around, it's Chris throwing crumpled up paper at you going, what are you doing? Like a scream?
Yes! Yeah!
And she's like pantomiming like, a scream?
I'm pantomiming like, wah! And I'm, like, pointing towards the window like, out there! But I don't see anything.
What are y'all two doing?
Just saying.
Hey, it's fine. We're just we're playing charades.
Oh, you're fans.
I just love the rain. Yeah.
We're playing charades.
Yeah.
Okay, can I play?
Yeah, you can play.
Of course. Yeah.
Mike was just acting something out. If you want to help us guess,
Sure.
right, Mike?
Yep. Yeah. It's okay.
How many words?
Three words.
3 words.
Okay.
First word.
Hey, so for charades, you're not supposed to tell us. You're supposed to mime it, and we'll
But this is an audio visual podcast.
Sorry, I've been. It's been a while. I've been thinking about doing scenes instead of games. You know, I've never been the good games director. You know what? Actually, let me go pop to the little kitchen area real quick. I'm so hungry. I'm just gonna, yeah. I'm gonna go in there, and I ideally would like to find, like, a bat if there is one in the area, but I can get a knife if I need to. I have treasure hunter. I could do that.
Yeah, if you want to spend the plot points and do a treasure hunter.
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm gonna burn a plot point to try and find a bat or something similar.
All right. So you walk into the kitchen, and you remember, because every year Tucker steals something from the activity shed that then obviously gets replaced before you come back, but every time he takes something. And you remember this year, you thought he took the bat, but then you remembered, no, because this year is the first year that you guys tried something new. He took a hockey stick.
Excellent.
But you remember where he hid it, but it's outside.
How far outside?
Because Chef is gone.
Chef Bill.
Chef Bill's gone. The hockey stick is in Chef Bill's office.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. For plot's sake, I'm gonna go for it.
Are you gonna let everybody know?
Yes. Yeah, I'll tell both Bridget and Chris. I'm just be like, hey, you know what? We don't have any of the snacks here. I gotta go to mess hall real quick. I'm gonna grab something. You guys want anything? You guys want to come with? Like, I'm so hungry.
Oh,
do you need help? I mean,
yeah, you can come with me. Why not?
I think I slowly turn down the dial on Loretta. If you want to hold the fort, Chris, we'll head to the mess hall.
Yeah. I think I'll wait for everyone else to get back. I'll stay here.
All right.
Here, let's hold hands again, just so we don't get lost.
All right, she holds your hand.
There. Perfect. And I'm like walking a little, as we like go towards it, I'm walking a little faster than my normal pace is.
She's kind of being pulled.
I want, when you step out, Mike, I want you to make a DC 12 sanity.
Oh, I'm going to fail that
And
instantly.
then I want Bridget to make a DC 4 sanity check.
Okay. I'm skilled at it. Oh, I exploded. So I got an 18, which is a success over 10, which is like a major success or whatever.
So because of that, Mike, you're still thinking about the scream.
And I'm still rolling through the movie in my brain, too.
And you're going through all of these scenarios in your head, and you're starting to freak yourself out. Bridget, you're feeling exceptionally calm. So calm, in fact, that it's starting to bleed into Mike a little bit. That feeling of safety.
I think this is the nicest anyone at camp has been to me the entire summer.
Yeah.
Like in these 30 minutes post, like getting scared.
Yeah. You're feeling not only safe, but you're also feeling a little bit of camaraderie. And out of the counselors that are here, you are one of the longest running. You became a counselor at a very young age because you love this camp so much, and then you've stuck with it.
Mm.
And this is the nicest experience you've had. And as Mike is starting to like freak out and they're walking really quickly and they're breathing really heavily, you're just kind of like, hey, bud, like it's fine. The Lord's got us. Like, we're fine.
His grace touches us all.
His grace touches us all. And for that, I'm going to give you a little bit of like, you still failed it. You're able to focus a little bit more on the task that you're currently going towards as you make your way towards the mess hall. And we are going to cut over to Calvin.
So I fell in front of the nurse's station.
You fell in front of the nurse's station.
And I didn't know there was a figure behind me, but I guess the figure behind me went south anyway, so.
And you've fallen, you kind of like get yourself up, and you're just kind of like looking around at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, well, I would hear that, right?
Yeah.
you hear the scream so close, and you recognize it immediately that it's Dexter.
He screamed like that before.
I'm going back for Dexter.
Aww.
I'm going back for Dexter. Yeah, I'm going back for Dexter.
Immediately, as soon as you turn, before anything else, in the clearing across from you, backlit by one of the overhead lamps, is just this figure holding an axe that is dripping.
Oh no.
I put my arms out.
He's 20 feet from you.
But this is before that, right?
This is before any of that happens.
Yeah.
You hear the scream and turn around as this person is holding this bloody axe.
Yeah. I'm waiting for him to get 5 feet from me, and I'm going to... Honestly, actually, no. When I scrambled up, I'm going to grab rocks, and I'm waiting to, like... I'm going to hold my hands up, but, like, not... Like, it looks like I have two things in my hands anyway. I have the key. The key's probably in my pocket, but, like, I'm holding two things up, like, come at me, and I'm holding my thing, showing him this. Probably moving this around. And I'm waiting for him to come close enough to do this, and then run through the woods to the director's cabin where I heard the scream. That's my goal. Okay. When he gets 5 feet to me, so I can dodge and run.
You're standing there. You open your stance. You grab these rocks, and he's standing there, and you just see him go. Look to you as he's turning away, and then turn around and walk straight that way.
Okay, then I'm going to run not behind him. I'm not going to stay close to the danger. Like, what does it say it again, Sean? Can you just be my Pamela Voorhees?
If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lie down. And if it's got cocaine, goodbye, son.
Yeah, I'm just going to, in my head, I'm going to be like, brown now, black later, brown now, black later. Okay, I'm going to go around and I'm going to go to... And so I'm going to run down the path to try to, like... I'm going to run down the path to loop back to where I came to come to the front of the director's cabin to, like... And probably when I'm running, I'm going to be doing that thing where I'm, like, looking through the woods, like, seeing him just, like, slowly walk or whatever. Yeah. Or them. I don't know.
Because while you watch this figure, a footstep will go, and then their other leg will just drag. And I'm gonna have you. Smarts is your best.
Sanity's my best.
Sanity's your best.
Smarts is my skilled.
So I'm gonna have you do a DC 12 Smarts.
I have to roll.
You have to roll.
Got it.
That gives you a +3 if you have to roll.
And I get a +1 already for being an adult.
I've been a dote.
So that's a D20, not a D12. Excuse me, D12. Here it is. What do I need to get?
A 12.
12.
11. But I'm...
If you have diversity tokens.
Yeah.
Or sorry, plot points.
I'll let you know. You don't need to
Okay, then I
use
got
any.
11. I failed. I got an 8
It's a very
plus...
minor failure.
No! I got 7, sorry, 7, 3, 1. Yeah, 11. Sorry.
Yep. So as you're glancing over every once in a while, it's really hard to make out any details about this figure.
Okay.
Besides the fact that the axe is just dripping with something. But light doesn't refract through it, so it's a dark liquid.
It's Debbie.
Syrup.
It's bro.
Pine syrup.
No, but yeah, I just keep going, brown, not black, brown, not black, brown, not black. I'm like, brown, not black, brown, not black. Okay, I'm going. I'm doing it, Dad.
Okay.
And then he's running like this, and he's like, Dexter!
Dexter! Dexter, I'm coming to save you! Dexter!
Once you lose sight of him, behind, like through like a tree and then the cabin, you get around to the other side, and he's already there.
And I see Tucker and Dexter.
And you see Tucker and Dexter, but you see Dexter in front of him as he goes to swing
Throw.
down.
I'm throwing the chisel.
Okay.
Sorry, chisel. Goodbye.
Let's go ahead and do a...
I'm here for you, Max.
Give me a fight roll. Give me a D8 fight roll.
8!
Okay, you explode. Roll again.
Do I have to if I made it?
Yes. There are degrees
why?
of success.
You have to explode.
7. So
15.
15.
Okay. You throw the chisel, and as soon as the axe is about to hit Dexter,
Dexter!
Dexter!
it hits his hand, and it pushes his hand to the left a little bit, where he slices down Tucker's shoulder, as Tucker just falls backwards, gripping his shoulder and screaming.
I'm gonna run in to try to grab the chisel gun.
Okay.
Unless that's stupid. I'm going to Dexter, and if I can grab the chisel and then back up with Dexter.
Yeah.
Dexter has a stake.
I do have a stake.
I need all three of you
Shit.
to make a sanity 12. A DC 12 sanity.
18. Plus 1, 19.
I got a 10.
Max, do you got the adversity tokens? What was it, a 12 that you had to meet?
Yeah.
Do you have enough?
I mean, I do.
I think this is life and death.
I probably should.
It's up to you.
Probably should.
So yeah, I'll just spend the 2.
Okay.
Just to beat it, you know.
Okay. You both succeed the sanity check, so you're both able to compose yourselves enough to move away. And, like, yes, you've grabbed your thing, but you've also been able to, like, both of you get out of the way as Tucker failed. And as he's holding his shoulder and, like, kicking himself away and, like, yelling at this guy, just like, fuck you, man, fuck you! You can't do this to me. Like, you can't fucking do this to me. My dad's gonna fucking have your head. Fuck you!
I'm the Tuckster!
This guy trudges past both of you as you move away from him, and he picks Tucker up by the shirt, and as he twists the shirt, he opens his hand, grabs him by the throat. As Tucker's like punching at his arm, he takes the axe, and as soon as he goes to punch, he slices his hand off as Tucker just screams.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna stay to see what happens to Tucker. I'm grabbing Dexter, and I'm still going brown bear, not black. Brown bear, not black. And I grab Dexter's open hand, and I'm just. If you're okay with it, Dexter, I'm grabbing you, and I'm going to run back through the woods, and if I have to, cut the corner of that little part of the water to go back towards the Count's cabin. As long as we don't have to swim, it's fine if like our feet get wet. But I'm not gonna make us swim. But if Dexter's fine with that, I'm grabbing him and running.
Yeah, I'm fine with running.
Okay, and you're going like along the water line.
As long as I don't have to swim through the water, like if we have to like walk through the shallow end of the water, I'm just beelining it.
Yeah. Give me, while you're running, a smarts roll. A DC
Do I have to?
12. Yes.
Okay. 3, 4, 7. Is this worth it? No, a 7. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth to use. I have 3 plot points.
That's up to you.
Yeah, I'll burn 2 to go back down to 1 plot point, and I'll re-roll.
Oh, you can re-roll. That's a skill?
I got lucky, yeah. Lucky is you spend 2 plot points to re-roll a stat check.
That's nice.
Because I got a 3. I get a 1 for being an adult, and I got 3 for being skilled, but that's 7. That's not enough. Worse. I got a 2 and a 5.
As you're running,
Wait, is it just me? It's not also Dexter?
this is something that is happening with you because of you leading Dexter with you. You see something while you're running that makes you slow down.
Oh no.
And you look over into the water, sticking off of a broken, deck post is Debbie.
Peter's dead too.
And she's let's say that the post is 5 feet out of the water. She's touching the water.
Oh God. I think when Calvin freaks out, he doesn't, because his dad's like, what would you say, Dad?
Well, when I'm in a situation like this, Calvin,
Don't scream. Yeah.
I always pull out a PBR and I think about your mother. And I calm myself down.
Yeah, but I think more don't scream, don't try not to outwardly panic.
You're panicking, so you're having the wrong memories that your dad's telling you.
When you're panicked, cry.
Yeah. So
Now, if you're ever in a bomb defusal situation, you do not cut the yellow cord.
I think his eyes go wide. He's holding Dexter's hand for the drama. Dexter, he's rushing you forward, and then he sees Debbie's body and stops, and I think he's just still and quiet and probably just breathing in and out through his nose.
Come on, we gotta go.
Yeah, we have to go.
Dexter, you don't need to make a smarts roll. Because of the initial seeing the body in the cabin, this body's not terrifying because of the adrenaline. While you're running, though, you will just hear kind of like a swoosh, kind of like a whistle in the wind, because you, in a panic, moved Dexter, the axe flies between you. And then in front of you will fall just the torso of Tucker.
Oh, no.
Can that break me out of my stupor? Because I'm like, why would he throw both of those things? That makes no sense. Why would he?
It's horror film logic.
You can roll. You are going to have to make a sanity roll, a DC 12 sanity roll.
I got exactly 12, and it was almost a 2. But I had my earring fucked with it. Does that count? That was not on purpose, but my earring was on the thing.
So as soon as that happens,
oh well, technically I got a 13.
Grab the axe.
Yeah,
you're snapped out of that, and now you're focused on what you were doing to begin with, which is just.
Can I grab that axe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grabbing the axe. I'm gonna tuck in my belt. I'm tucking the thing, and I'm grabbing the axe.
You're tuckering.
Okay.
Tucker's dead, whatever. He's still paying for that window.
Tuck it into Tucker.
You both clear past, and you make it into the clearing, and you're running towards the nurse's station, you said?
No, I'm running back to... I'm beelining the
counselor's cabin?
Yeah.
Gotcha. You make it through the counselor's cabin, and you...
Do I see Chris in there?
Chris is in there alone. And you go in the back, and you go up, and it's just Chris laying there, just listening to Loretta.
Really low volume. Yeah.
You can think about fucking Loretta later, Chris. Let's go. As I show her the axe that has blood on it.
So you're going to run all the way up to the 3rd floor of this cabin.
Oh.
This is a cabin with floors.
Can she not hear me if I scream?
You can scream from the bottom.
Yeah. Chris, get out!
What? Huh? But we should...
Kill her now!
Mike and Bridget went to the mess hall. We should probably get them.
It's up to you. I'm not choosing for you. And then I'm running through. And I'm holding Dexter's hand. My boyfriend, currently.
my boyfriend.
What?
I go from back door to front door, and I'm screaming for her.
Then you just keep running.
Yeah. I said,
out of sight, out of mind.
Chris is gone. Chris is gone.
Yeah, I'm beelining Dexter to the event hall.
Okay, and the two of you run, and we will cut to the mess hall with Mike and Bridget.
What does the mess hall look like? Can we just get in and cruise around?
I would like to utilize a power of mine that is intuitive, and I'm spending my only adversity token remaining to ask the GM about my surroundings and NPC or the like, and the GM must answer honestly. I just want to have just general knowledge of the mess hall right now, whether it seems like there's someone else in here or someone else that's tampered with here.
You get into the mess hall, and everything looks pretty fairly normal. It's a rectangular building with, usually as you guys would know, all the tables are lined up in rows, but after camp they're all folded and pressed against the wall. So it's a wide open rectangular room, and only one of you knows why you're really here. And that's to grab the hockey stick that Mike knows was hidden in the chef's office. Bridget, you're looking the other way as you just see a thin, very unnoticeable, thin trail of something wet and shining leading into the kitchen.
I'm gonna grab like Mike's whole arm with both my arms and then just like point like and breathing kind of like hastily towards this trail that I noticed.
I'll like clutch back. So we're both Is the chef's office towards the kitchen? Is it like kind of like...
You want to go to the right side of the building, the kitchen with the blood trails on the left.
Amazing.
And it's like, this is a long mess hall too.
Yeah. As we're eyeing that, I'll be like,
Try to go quietly.
I think we should go the opposite direction. I don't like that. Look, I just need to get something from his office. I think...
Okay,
I'll be honest. I heard a scream earlier, and I really want to get this like hockey stick to protect us because I don't like what's going on. No idea. But I think we should get something to... in case something's coming.
All right, okay. I'm clutching the cross.
Bridget.
Amazing.
Bridget, make a DC 10 sanity.
Okay. I rolled a... I shouldn't have used that adversity token because I rolled a 9.
Oh, no.
Mike looks at you, puts their hands on their shoulders and says, listen, I'm going to be honest. I'm here for a weapon because I heard a scream. I don't know who it was. I just know that it came from the director's cabin, but it was a very, very loud, fearful scream. And almost visually, like a dark static just kind of like starts to close back in,
like a vignette
around you, as you're just kind of like you let go and you start to just like hold yourself as you start to like shake.
Oh,
and
Bridget's
shrink.
disassociating. Oh no!
As you start to think, and you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you look over and you see a very familiar man. Go. Now you remember, Bridget. In times of adversity, in times of darkness,
God?
if you look towards his light, he will lead you through anything, unless you're gay.
Got it, Dad.
And then he'll lead you straight to the darkness and kill you himself.
Okay, I didn't need the second half of all that, but I like the first part.
I just want you to remember, being gay is a choice, and I want you to choose evil.
All right, thanks, Paul.
And if times get tough, make sure you're with reasonable people. None of those queers or other people or Lord forbid looks over his shoulder.
Italians.
Bring your Bible everywhere. As he like smacks you on the back and you start to like kind of go back in and you're just like, what? That didn't help me at all.
He told me to be racist.
he told me to be racist.
I think you hear that out loud. Yeah. Mike hears out loud. Bridget's like, he told me to be racist and not gay.
Look, Kate, just stay right here, okay? Stay right here. I'm gonna go grab the hockey stick and I'll be right back.
Can I come in the office? I don't want to stay alone.
Okay. Come with me then.
Okay.
I grab her hand again and like we hustle over.
Surely.
All right. You get to the door and it sure is unfortunately locked.
I was worried about that. Is there a window to break in?
No.
Do you know? I don't know how to do it because I ain't never done no crimes. But you know how to do like lock picking or something?
No, but I do know how to kick doors in. Let me see if I can try this.
You want to kick the door?
Yep. I'm gonna try to kick it in at its weak point near the knob.
Oh, if you're going for the knob, we'll just do a, DC 4 brawn.
You mean sports?
Oh yeah, sorry. DC 4 strength. Sports. Fuck.
Oh, nice. Great. I got a 5?
Okay. You line it up perfectly and you kick the doorknob straight off.
Yes.
As the door starts to open, give me, unless you explode, it's not going to happen, give me a DC 6 sanity. Actually, no, I'm lying to you. Let's do a DC 12 smarts.
Is this for both or just for Mike?
Just for Mike.
Got it.
DC 12, you said?
DC 12.
Nope, I got an 8.
Okay. You throw the door open as it like bangs against the wall, and you see the hockey stick that you're here for, straight across from you. Bridget?
Oh no.
The doorknob makes a loud like thud on the ground as it rolls and rolls and rolls, and this door slams against the wall as it echoes through the mess hall, and you follow the doorknob as it rolls and rolls and rolls into the light coming through the door to the entrance of the mess hall as a dark silhouette covers it, and you can't. It's a large figure as you look up in the door frame.
Mike? I would have pointed out the figure.
I think have I like reached the hockey stick as she says that?
Yeah, you're in the office.
Okay, perfect. I'm holding the hockey stick and I turn and look at Bridget.
There's someone that is not of Jesus Christ here.
A son of the Lord is not at the door.
Do I see what Bridget sees?
Oh, you look over and you see just a large figure eclipsing the door.
Oh, like the eclipsed realms.
And that's the only entrance or exit, right?
That's the entrance and the exit. There are windows in the mess hall.
As soon as I see this dude in the doorframe, I'm gonna use the butt of the stick to break the nearest window.
Would they see us crossing by? Because if he was behind us, we would have passed by that point.
Right now, he is in the only doorway blocking them from getting out.
Yeah, I was gonna break a window near them.
Okay.
Because I would assume he'd be behind us, and I would know the mess hall. So I guess I'll look to Dexter and be like, we should break a window or something, right? Like that. There's no way. He's definitely at the door.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, and then I guess who will I see? Mike?
You'll see Mike. Mike, so as you're examining all of your options and you break this window, you will look back over, and in the opposite window, you will see Dexter and Calvin both going. In the window is Dexter and Calvin flailing their arms and pointing at the guy and then pointing at their window that they're at.
As I'm breaking the window, I'm just okay.
If there's a pen nearby in the office, if I'm in the office with Mike, I just want to grab a pen to have something on me.
Yeah, the pen is mighty.
Or a letter opener, or,
Who's going out the window first?
I was gonna jump as soon as I break it. I was gonna try to get as much glass as I could out of the way and jump out.
Yeah, I might need some help getting out, yeah. Bridget is
Mike,
5'2".
I'm 5'7", so it helps.
Give me a DC 10 flight check.
Ooh, yeah. I got 11.
So you make it out the window, and Calvin and Dexter, do you want to make a distraction?
I look to Dexter.
Okay, so that guy, we know the guy's in the doorway, right? And we can see, Mike and whatever religious girl's name is, I forget right now.
Bridget.
Yeah, Bridget. So what if we break a window closer to the entrance so he looks away and then they can jump out from where they're at, breaking their window, and then...
Yeah.
It's a plan, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pick up a rock and throw a rock at the window that's closest.
I'm doing
to the
it.
door.
This is gonna be the last time I fucking do this. Last time I'm gonna die. Okay, Dexter, you break the window. I'm going to jump in and then lead him.
Wait, why would you jump in?
Because then you can shut the door behind him.
But the window's broken, and you're in there.
Yep. Then I'm not doing that.
This is why you keep you around, Dexter.
Yeah. Okay.
Smart one.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm breaking the window. I throw the rock at the window now.
So you go ahead and give me a D6 sports.
Does he have anything in his hands, the guy? Or the figure?
Do you want to give me... No, you don't need to roll... No, yeah, give me a DC 12 smarts roll
I got a 2.
to look at him.
You've not been rolling very well, have you, Max?
Nope, I have not. I don't think I break that window.
I exploded.
Okay, you exploded.
2 plus 1 plus 3, 6. So 6 plus 12, 18.
All right. While Dexter goes to grab a rock to throw at this window, you look and see what he's holding now. And in his right hand is a spine.
Oh, no.
Should run.
And he's just holding it. As Dexter throws this rock at the window, it bounces off the window and hits you. As you're looking through the window.
You got a cut on your eyebrow.
I'm gonna look to Dexter, and I'm sorry I'm doing this because his thing is nosy and rude. He's like, what, do you need to ask permission to enter first? I'm gonna take the chisel and just break the fucking window. Vampire.
As you break the window, Mike, you go out the window, and when you get up to help Bridget out the window, the figure's right behind her. When you break the window, he turns away from Bridget to look at the window, and then starts to turn to look at you.
Yeah,
as two people who have gotten away before, and you have his axe.
I yeet Bridget out the window.
Yeah. Bridget, I want you... Bridget, go ahead and give me... Bridget, give me a DC 6 flight roll.
I just need to roll really high. I don't think a 2 will cut it.
No.
I really don't think I'm making out of this alive. I really think I'm going to be the one of the 4 to die.
You will start to climb out the window, but when you put your hands in the windowsill, you just put your palms right into broken glass.
Oh.
And then wince and fall back, and you're going to back up and fall into him as he's facing away from you.
Oh, no.
Dex, will you come in with me or am I doing this alone?
I don't want to go in there.
Okay.
I'm going
running
to
in.
make a roll really quick.
Can I use my quick healer feat? Did it not actually hurt me?
It didn't hurt you. It was just the glass on your palm shocked you because you didn't want to get hurt. All right. Calvin, can you make me a D6 fight?
I think so. I can try. You know what? I'm going to hold on to the key. Just maybe it'll save me with plot armor. I'm going to hold on to it. 7.
You run at him, and as he goes, he swings the spine at you and
Gross.
misses. And you duck out of the way, and you go to push him as he puts his hand on your
No,
the
I'm
shirt on
swinging
your
at
back.
him. I'm not pushing him anything. I'm swinging at him with an axe.
Oh yeah, if you swing the axe at him, it will hit him, dig in, and then stop.
Bridget, run behind me. Go. Get to Dex.
If
Mike,
I
help.
can clamber on the floor like through this guy's legs and get behind Calvin.
I'm going to make a roll.
Do I have to make anything?
I'm
He
like,
is going to grab the handle of the axe that you're holding currently, pull it out of his arm, and go to wrestle it from you. Can you make a DC 10 brawn?
Mike! Like,
Sports.
can I like
Sports, sorry.
shove my hockey stick in back through the window to try and like distract him or like shove them?
Just
or
like hit
something?
it around a bunch.
I did
Yeah,
explode.
like-
I did explode. I'm going to switch the
Yes.
dice. But it's only a D4, so I have to explode twice.
One more.
I'm using my last 2 points.
Do it.
I got a 4 and then I got 1, so that's a 5. I can re-roll my... Or do I have to re-roll all of it?
Wait, sorry, what was the question?
So Lucky
If you
spend
ex-
2 plot points to re-roll a stat check. Does that mean I have to re-roll the
I
explosion?
think that means you would lose the explosion. But you could just get another explosion. Maybe you could get 2. It's a risk.
This is an explosion. I got a 5, so...
He will take the axe out of your hand, and this is what I rolled for. And he will push you onto the ground. He's going to raise the axe up and go to swing down as you all hear just like a scream as out of the office holding a knife runs Bloody Peter as he runs and stabs the knife into this thing's chest that still none of you can see. And it sits there and he's breathing and he's breathing and he's breathing as this thing grabs his head and just pops it. As
Can I
his
kick him in the
body
nards?
as his body goes limp and it like dangles there.
Yeah, I'm not even
Bridget's
gonna...
grabbing
as
your
much as-
arm and like pulling.
Yeah, Calvin is probably
I'm
about to
running.
fight again, and Bridget pulls. Calvin's running out.
So you all run out.
I've exploded twice, but I've also failed so many. God damn it!
As you get out behind you, none of you see, but you get out, and then absolutely just like head to toe drenched in blood, Chris slams the door, like both the mess hall doors, and then like jams something through both the handles. And it's just like,
We need to go.
Win
Come
worth
on.
it.
Yes, actually it was quite worth it. And I grabbed
Bridget, not now.
I grab both your arms and start running towards the entrance hall. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right behind y'all with my stick, just like.
so you all make it to the entrance hall.
Kevin, I got this, and it's a letter opener that I found on the desk.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. So then I have.
You know how to,
do you want
you
a
look like
weapon?
you know how to use those. I don't know. I don't really know how to use them.
Take the chisel. I'll take the letter opener. Or which one looks like a better
You know,
weapon?
Jesus
The chisel?
Christ was a carpenter, so I do like having the chisel.
Okay, just keep it. It's fine. Whatever. Like,
As you're at the entrance hall, and Chris walks up to runs up to the doors first, puts her hands on the door handles and just goes, straightens up and turns around, dread on her face.
What? What is it?
I left the entrance hall key in the cabin.
I pulled up my key. I still don't know where it goes though.
We can...
Oh my god, Chris,
try
just
it.
fucking move.
It
Make
could
a
be the
decision, you
skeleton key.
lesbian.
Let's try it.
Like,
Come on.
You fucking dumb lesbian. Like, and I'm gonna try it.
I could pray to get the door open.
Bridget. Like,
You go to put the key in the door, and it does not fit in this door.
I go to break another window to try and get in. I'm like, we can block it later.
Okay. As Chris helps everybody in, you all get in. It's like, what do we do?
get some of the dressers over there and move them in front of the broken window?
Dexter, knowledge. Give me knowledge. Fucking Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. What can we do?
Dude, those aren't vampire movies.
But I thought you like vampires and zombies and shit, don't you?
Yeah, zombies are cool. I haven't seen whatever those are. Those are about like people in hockey masks.
Peter stabbed him in the
do that.
Peter stabbed him in the middle of the chest. What are we dealing with? What can it be? A zombie?
He doesn't seem like a vampire. Otherwise, I'd say like let's stab him through the chest with this piece of wood.
This could be Judgment Day. The dead are rising. You know, it could.
Bridget, not now, girl.
Judgment Day? What did all these people do to deserve divine judgment?
But what about that story?
I guess that's
the
true.
story
I'd
that
be
Brick
up
was saying.
in heaven.
Oh, Buddy Teen Guy Boy? The Lakewood River Forest Killer?
What are you talking
Forgot
about?
about Buddy Teen Guy Boy.
Buddy Teen Guy Boy, yeah. I mean, maybe it was a true story. Like, Brick does like to make shit up, but like, what if it was actually like a thing, and this is like, or like the Native American burial ground sort of thing. Like, what if that?
Thank you for saying Native American burial ground.
What? It's the 20th anniversary of some killer that stopped 20 years ago, never seen again. He just shows up now and starts killing random teenagers? Like, what? Why?
I mean, why not?
Well, it's not
I've
like
never
we could
seen
ask
some
Tucker.
normal person explode a head.
I think it's Cain. I think he's back from the devil, Dad.
Bridget!
Pain?
You're gonna go to college and you're gonna stop worshiping God, and I need you to start that right now because I'm not dealing with the fucking Bible shit.
I'm going to BYU next semester.
Oh, you know what? I hear that's actually one of the biggest party schools.
Where can we go? We need to get out.
There's the Farmstead house that's up there. We can try there. I don't know.
Is there a car?
I mean,
Can we?
By the tennis courts and by the soccer field, there's the chapel. If it's undead, it probably can't get inside of the four walls of the Lord.
Or we go to the trail, but the trail doesn't lead anything in town. If we want to go to town, we have to go down the road.
Why don't we just... The closest place to us is the Farmstead house. Out the front door of the entrance hall, down the path. It's literally a paved path all the way there. And as she says that, the doors that you guys have like propped shut, boom, boom.
Okay, yeah, maybe we should go to the Farmstead house.
Anywhere
I think
away
so.
from here.
Okay, I will buy you guys time.
Chris, don't be fucking stupid.
What? Just come with us.
Don't be
can't-
fucking...
You listen to Loretta with me. You can't stay back.
Yeah, and maybe the power of Loretta will like keep me safe. I don't know.
Oh,
but all I know
actually
is
might.
that he's gonna bust that door down and be on us like a fly on shit. Jesus. Chris walks up to Mike, grabs the hockey stick, snaps it in half, and hands one half to Mike.
Great.
Chris, you're the festivities director. If anybody should do this, I can do it because I'm the fucking survival person.
Isn't the gay person like the first person to die in a scary movie?
Yeah, and that's you, bitch.
There's lots of gay people here. Let's just go.
I don't
I'm
know why we
not.
keep
I
saying
have a
that.
girlfriend. I have a girlfriend.
Oh, Petra manager? Did you pass the Pret a Manger on the way here?
It's just a coincidence. Anyway.
Yeah, new restaurant opens up in town and suddenly you have a new girlfriend.
Okay, well,
Bridget's gonna hug Chris.
As the two of you are hugging and things are happening, there's banging and thudding, the door gets shot over and what you had blocking it gets flung across the room as Chris's eyes get wide and there's a lot of fear, and then she looks down and is very hopeful, and she just grabs Bridget's face and kisses her and
knew
then
it.
pushes her away.
I fucking knew it. I knew it.
And then, as he's backlit with the moon behind him, she turns around and stands in the doorway holding the broken hockey stick and the stake. And she's just like, come on, let's go.
I grab the back of Bridget's shirt and pull as like
Bridget's stunned,
I'm
and it's not
pushing-
because the door was opened.
Yeah.
It's because the closet door was open.
Hi.
Well,
Feeling things I've never felt before.
Okay,
She's just holding the chisel, like...
Calvin, the moment that it's like anytime he is in vicinity of this person, Calvin is just to go straight into like survival mode. So no questions, just like looks at Dexter and Mike, grabs Bridget's gay little hand and starts running to the actual entrance of the entrance hall to run toward the farmstead.
you all book it?
Yep.
As you make it out of the entrance hall leading towards the path, Chris gets thrown out the window.
Slow-mo from all different angles.
Slow-mo from all different angles. It's like Bridget leaves the door frame. Like, just camera angle-wise from the side view, just her face leaves the door frame. Chris's body shoots through the window
Is she okay?
as she hits the ground and thuds and rolls and rolls and rolls into the pavement in the moonlight. And Bridget, I'm going to have you roll me a sanity roll, DC...
Oh, no.
DC 10.
whole time I'm dragging Bridget, I'm just going brown bear, brown bear, brown bear, brown bear. Like, and just keep going.
So I got a 5 plus 1 plus 3, which makes it a 9, but I have 2 plot points. I'm going to use one.
Okay. You see her shoot through the window, roll across the pavement, and as you are being drugged by Calvin, you break out momentarily because you see her breathing. She doesn't have either the stake or the broken hockey stick.
She's breathing. She's still breathing.
Bridget, we gotta go!
No, but she's still breathing.
Okay, she can catch
You
up
can say
then.
a
Let's
prayer
go.
for her.
Bridget, please, let's just go!
She starts like whispering prayer to herself as you're
I'm
running.
dragging her, yeah.
Okay. And you all keep running. Do any of you look behind you to see if the killer's there?
I'm still looking back while praying.
Yeah, I guess Bridget's looking back as I'm dragging her.
If you look behind you, the stick is in the neck and the stake is in the chest.
He's got bits of wood coming out of him and he looks fine.
Bridget!
You see him walk up next to Chris, and he goes to reach down. Does anybody do anything?
No, I'm running out the entrance hall.
Yeah, I am.
I'm
as
doing the
much
same
as
thing I did
love
with
Chris,
Dexter.
I'm running.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing I did with Dexter, where I know Tucker's getting killed, but
We're just gonna let go and run back and with the chisel charge at this thing and jump and get him in the shoulder.
Can I stop her?
You can try to.
You can make. That's going to be a brawn versus a flight.
All right, my flight's not very good, but
My brawn's not very good.
a 2.
A 2.
Do you have any bonuses to it?
I sure don't.
Well, how about plot point totals right now?
I have 1.
I have 1.
I'm gonna grab both of your collars and yank you towards the farmhouse.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I literally rolled a 2. I have a D4 and I rolled a
I have a D8 and I rolled a 2.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
Are there any altercation sounds?
Bridget, let's go!
I'm just screaming Chris's name.
Chris!
Yeah.
Chris. Come on, you guys.
He's reaching down. Who all's looking at the killer right now?
I'm still looking.
I'm dragging.
Yeah, I'm looking back
dragging
at
Bridget.
them fight it. Bridget trying to.
I imagine you have like each of her arms or like one person under each one running the other way.
Yes.
Bridget, you watch as he leans down. He's holding something broken, and you see, is that the talking stick? As he then stabs it into her side, and she lets out just a scream and is done. And then he gets up, and he still has the axe. I need all of you to make a DC 10 flight check.
Flight. Got it.
Oh, God.
Come on, big money. Nope.
No, I failed.
I did see I got 3.
14.
Question: that tie that we had, does that count as a failure for some plot points?
Oh, yeah, does that count for failure as me as well?
Yep, you both fail.
Yeah.
I failed this
got a
flight check
4.
here. I got a 6.
4. So fail.
I got a 14. I got a 10 and a 4.
Although failing over 5 is an issue in a lot of cases with this game.
Okay.
So the 4s and lower.
Calvin. You break out of Mike's grip. You're trying to get away faster, but you're being held on to by Mike, who's holding Bridget. You pull so hard to run that Mike loses the grip on you, and you just keep going. Like, you break out of their grip, and the two of them fall, and then Dexter, unfortunately, you see him go to run and trip over the two of them. So it's just the 3 of you in this pile.
Like a little pile.
As he's just dragging, he's walking towards the 3 of you.
You know what? I'll do something stupid that will still potentially get them away. Calvin's gonna look to this figure and he's gonna do his taunting with his knife and be like, "You keep wanting to chase me for some reason. I'm going in the woods." And he's going to take from the shaded part to make a beeline through the woods, hoping that he's gonna go into the woods, immediately wait to see if this figure follows him in the woods to get them away. And if they don't, then I'm gonna go back. But if he doesn't take the bait, I'm coming back.
DC 10 flight check.
5.
You run into the woods, get into the clearing, turn around to see if he's following you. As you turn, axe hits you. For the other 3, you are all in this pile as he's walking towards you. Calvin runs off without even looking. He's still staring down at you. He just goes, and all you hear is...
I scramble and try to help the other 2 out.
As I'm assuming you all go back towards the farmstead.
If I have the time, I'm taking out the axe. I'm like literally cutting from the top of the thigh all the way down, like part of my jeans, just to wrap my because it's like I can take it out of my shoulder, right? It's like shoulder.
Yeah, it's in your shoulder.
And I'm trying to wrap it around to like heal myself. Not heal myself, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So you all make it to the farmstead. And the journey there is terrifying. As you all make it to this farmstead house, you get there, you get to the door, locked. No lights, locked.
Key.
You stick the key into the lock and it unlocks it.
Yeah.
Right, in.
Mm-hmm.
Locking
Is there
behind us.
any car?
There's no car. Not around the front, at least. But you get inside and you hear, like, static. Like, TV static. You follow the sound of the static and it's coming from the basement of this house. Whatever sound you're hearing from the basement, the static starts to distort and you hear Debbie's voice scream. And then it distorts. And then you hear Peter's voice scream as it, like, clips and cuts in and out. And you hear Brick also scream. And then you hear all the conversations that you were all having staticking.
Let's go check the basement. I want to find out what's going on with that TV anyway.
I'll go to the basement.
Yeah, as you get down into the basement, you see just like surveillance cameras, as if the person that lives in this house monitors the camp, right? And as you're walking through, I'll just say, does anybody like open any closets or any like doors or anything?
I'm looking for somewhere to hide, for all of us to like hide.
Mike, when you open a door, as soon as you open it, the body of a man will fall onto you.
I like shove it off and like scramble away.
As the basement door opens, and there are in the basement plenty of places to hide.
Listen, we can fight, and then if one of us dies, the rest of us will get the power up.
You hear a footstep, and then a footstep, and it's coming down the stairs.
I'm gonna hide in the body that in the closet.
That's one hiding spot gone.
I assume that there's probably like an area for storage under the stairs, or like I don't know if they wind or whatever, but if there's an area for me to get like under the stairs,
under the stairs,
walls or something.
I looked to Mike. I kind of look at you at this point of like the hiding is futile. Like there's no point.
Maybe if we hide under the desk and then it comes to look at the monitors, we can hurt it.
Sure.
As this person comes down the stairs, thump, squelch, thump, squelch, thump, squelch. They walk up to the monitors and let out just kind of like this wail as they just like smash all the screens.
Damn, I was gonna smash screens.
And then they like turn and look at the closet that Dexter just went into.
Oh no.
And then they look over at the stairs. Bridget, can you make me a DC 10 flight check?
I have to roll very well. I rolled a 2.
There's a lot of dust under these stairs.
Oh no, I sneeze.
And as you're nestled underneath them, you let out just a small sneeze.
And it's an obnoxious high-pitched sneeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As he walks over, and he's going to punch through the stairs and grab you.
No!
And pull you through.
If I have the chisel on me, I'm just trying to just flail. Yeah.
Oh no, Bridget! Oh, no. And he's going to take Bridget, and he's going to throw you at the desk with the monitors.
Okay.
And you're going to fall, you're going to hit the desk, and you're going to fall onto the floor.
I give Mike a look, like,
underneath it.
Yeah, I was like, do we go out?
What do you do? There's now a hole in the stairs, and he's coming over to grab Bridget.
I whisper, like, gesturing to Mike, I go, face, and then, like, gesturing back, like, putting my head back, feet.
I nod.
I'm gonna try and burst out of the closet.
So you two are rushing to attack. Dexter is bursting out of the closet. As he's going to reach for Bridget, he is successfully caught off guard by 3 separate instances of people.
Hell yeah.
You both, one of you hits him in the face, one of you hits him in the legs. Bridget, you roll off of the desk and roll around him and then go towards the stairs. And then Dexter, you bust out of the closet and send the body flying across the room as it hits the circuit breaker and all the lights go off.
Oh shit.
Great.
As it's now pitch black and you can hear this thing like swinging outwards. It can't see.
Am I closer to the entrance where I hid under the stairs, or am I closer to the bottom of the stairs? Where
You're closer to the bottom of the stairs where you can walk up. For the two of you that just attacked him, you remember the layout of the basement enough that you can also go towards the stairs.
Did we attack him successfully?
You did attack him. You attacked him successfully. So you hit him in the ankle, and it doesn't go through it. It like stops at like bone. And then you hit him in the face, and all you hear is just squish as you pull the stick out and you pull the axe out. And now that it's dark, you both make a run for the stairs.
Got it.
And you go up. Dexter. You are, since you went into the closet and then the power's out, you can't see. You're crawling on the ground and you're trying to like feel your way out, and you turn your head kind of sharply and you headbutt the bottom of the stairs, and your glasses fly off your face. And as you're like doubly blind now, you're reaching out, you put your hand out, and then a boot stomps on your hand. And you can feel your hand start to just like hamburger, like ground beef under this guy's foot. As I need you to make a DC 12 sanity check.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I got a 10.
Oh, do you have adversity tokens?
I do, and I'm going to have to spend 2 of them to pull this off.
Hey, yeah. So you withhold this like painful scream as he takes his foot off of your hand, and you go to crawl. All you have is a stump at the wrist. The rest of your hand is stuck to the bottom of his boot as he has stepped it clean off of your body. So you're crawling, and I'm going to let you get to the stairs. And as soon as you get to the stairs, you hear the zzz, 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 as the basement light turns on. You see him at the breaker.
I'm just going to sprint up the stairs.
And he turns and sees you. As you run up the stairs, you make it to the top.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep running. We're keep running, not stopping.
Which direction do you run?
Probably towards the front door.
The front door? Okay, you run out the front door. Everyone else went out the back.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Because we were talking about maybe there's a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you guys all get out to the back, there is no car. For Dexter, you are very exacerbated. You're drenched in blood. Your wrist is bleeding. You realize that the only way to find them is to either run towards the camp to see if they went that way or go around the back. When you turn around, the killer is just there, and I need you to make a DC 6 flight check for me.
Okay, I got a 9.
Okay. One option is to go around the right side of the house, jump the fence and hope that he can't get through the fence in time, or go around the left side, which would be going past him towards them.
I think I'm just gonna run away from like the house. I don't want to be. Yeah, so I'm just gonna run towards like the exit.
You're gonna run towards the exit?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you make me a DC 12 flight check?
Jesus Christ! I got a 5.
You are running down this street, looking over your shoulder every other second, and you're running, and you're running, and you're running as lightning flashes, and the road lights up, and he's not following you. And when you finally feel that sense of relief, you turn and get hit by a car.
Oh my god.
And as the car hits you, and you get thrown off the road, as you're like laying there in this ditch and looking, it's a cop. It's a cop car. The neighbor, the people that were in the farmhouse called the police. And as he gets out to help you, see if you're okay, and he parks his car right there, he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna get you in the car. We're gonna take you out of here, and everything's gonna be as there is just close something with chains. There's like the hook that you can put together.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That hook you see go through his mouth and spray blood onto your face. As standing at the end of this tight chain is the killer who just lobbed it, swung it right into him. All of your body is broken.
Does he see a vampire in the night sky before he dies?
Sirens would have been on, right?
Yes, sirens are on.
Okay. Then, yeah, we hear that.
Yeah, you hear the sirens. But with the sirens, you also hear brakes screeching and then a crash. And then the sirens turn on. As you go there, you will see the killer mutilating this police officer's body. As you're all running towards the car and you see this scene and you're trying to think of what to do, you just hear honk honk as Chris shoots over, like, through the thicket, and this beat down truck crashes into the killer and the car just explodes. For the three of you, just to finally get this reveal, as the killer is coming out of this fire that has 100% killed Chris, but unfortunately has not harmed this man in the slightest, between the police sirens and the flame behind him, you finally get to see this hulking behemoth, and it's almost like there are no discernible features, as head to toe this creature is just oozing mud, just dripping, soaking wet mud. But you can tell, like, through the mud there are bits of, like, features that almost look either like bone-like or mask-like, but nothing that you can discern, like, what it truly is. Just like there are features of this big muddy monster. As he's walking towards you, you've all got these weapons, you all feel fine. From the explosion comes skittering a gun to Bridget's feet.
I pick up the gun and just shakily hold it.
Okay. Can you all make for me? I'm gonna roll, and I just want you all to roll a fight check for me. Whatever your fight dice is, I'm gonna roll. I just rolled a 6, so.
I got a 15.
I got a 4. I'm gonna use 2 of my 4 remaining plot points.
I'll use all 3 of mine to get a 7.
As Mike's going in, as Mike just runs and jumps and goes, like, straight into, I'm assuming, the face, the neck, the chest, somewhere, and then Calvin comes in and just starts, like, stabbing. Nowhere specific, just, like, ripping and tearing this knife out. As Bridget, you're just shooting this thing straight in the head, like, over and over and over again, and he starts to, like, slow down as he's, like, reaching out, and then he just falls back, and the rain just starts to pour on you.
I keep, like, stabbing him.
While they're doing that, and I'm covered in blood, I walk up to the officer's corpse and just pull the keys off of his body and slowly walk over to the car.
Yeah. The rain is pouring, you've stabbed him, and he's not moving anymore. As the rain just, like, washes all this blood and all of this stuff that has happened to you. As, Bridget, you have the keys.
Actually, I don't know how to drive. My father wouldn't let me.
I got it. I grabbed the keys.
God, and I, like, scramble after them.
So you all, together, closer than before, surviving this whole thing, as you take this car and you drive to the nearest town and you get medical attention and you start to recount all the things that have happened. The scene will change to days later. When investigators finally strolled onto the scene and trekked through the carnage and verified the identities of the poor, unfortunate teens, they came across probably the most disturbing part of their findings. Written in blood and entrails on the smashed mirror, the investigators read, "Do you remember me now?" The viewpoint then switches to the investigator with the killer right behind her. As she turns quickly, lights out.
We want to thank all of our patrons who are listening for early access currently, and for anyone else hearing it now released live to the public. We thank you for listening to this as well. All support to our show means the world to us. We are self-funded. Thank you for supporting us and being here at our table. The Table Is Yours releases episodes in video and podcast format every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. You can follow The Table Is Yours everywhere by the handle @TTIYDND. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you at the table next time.